Talon, bring me the cans of paint out there. It's the shorter can.
You want a piece of wood to put under it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Let that dry for a minute. This is the fabric tape I'm always talking about. It's good for anything that kind of has to have like a lot of bends in it or anything like that. I like it.
I got 6 people.
Okay. Now we're just doing a cleanup for a home, and you guys, I'm not really charging shit for this. Pretty much material and $20. So this is just a retouch. I like this fabric tape for the OE stuff, for the binding. Use electrical Captain tape, electrical tape. It's that. We touched up the plug, just painted it a little. Looks like it needs some other. I just went and put the paint back. I didn't say to.
14.
Did you put the paint can back?
No.
Harley did. All right.
Well, in the post, I didn't look at the post to see if I said 454. Not the post that I've ever seen 454. I said 457, big block there.
Alrighty. Now we had a breakthrough on like 1 or 2 wires that I end up cutting. I need the heat shrink box. It's in the race quit box, rear passenger. Is not anymore? Thank you, baby.
I'll put it towards that truck. If you ever need to use that truck, let me know. It's damn insured, everything. Hey, you know what? I am hungry though. Okay, go.
Yeah, when these nuts hit your chin.
Oh, you want this? You want to get you some bucks and you go?
Damn, I don't have any mid-size limb.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, but I have the size I regularly use. It's to go over this connector, that's why. All right, so we're just gonna do this one. So normally, I'd slip heat shrink over it. We have a break in the wire. The wire's not bad. It's not going to get cut. Like I said, this isn't a full harness redo. This is a retouch to fit the H, the OEM EM harness. So normally we'd slip the heat shrink over and heat shrink it, make it weather. Oh, the clear heat shrink in the box has the weatherproofing in it. So the clear heat shrink has a weatherproofing glue in it. I probably have the size to slip this. That's what I want to do. If not, you can liquid electrical tape it. So you can do the liquid electrical tape right here, and then just put a single lap around it. Just a single lap, make it look good, leave it, it'll dry, it'll kind of glue itself, it'll be good. I like to use a heat shrink. If not, I'll put the loom on it. I'll use, like at bare minimum, put a piece of electrical tape around it, maybe a dot of super glue on the tail to make sure it stays and never moves, and then I'll slip the anti-chafe loom over it. We're gonna do it a little different, yeah. This, and then if you guys look, it shrinks, and then as I'm getting it hotter, there's air coming out, and it's putting the heat shrink out. It kind of discolored, but you guys see, you can see the glue. That's the weatherproof adhesive. So this shit's awesome. So this is weatherproof now. Take this harness from 0 to hero real quick. He's getting more than he asked for, but to be honest with you, the way my company is and the way I am, even if I do ghetto, whatever shit, I still do the best I can on each job, even if I'm not getting paid the most for it. So pretty much all this money is going to go to food, gas, cigarettes, and consumable equipment shit, like this electrical tape, the fabric tape, that mostly daily consumable. When you run a shop, you'll find that you'll have like one job that kind of pays for your gas and your day-to-day shit, and then you know, you'll have your job, your big jobs or whatever. Doing the economy wrap on here, one lap, barely touching. Make it look good, keep it cheap, hook them up. I'll show you how we're gonna finish this up. We have a lot more fabric tape than electrical tape, and the fabric tape is like GM and domestic OE type. So we're gonna end up terminating with all of the fabric tape. All right. Show you guys this. So you'll wrap your ends down, all of them, right? And then you'll do your one lap here, and rip off, and then basically I'm showing Harley how to do this stuff, and then toweling.
Is that from that one movie where they're in that tiny trash room?
Dude, where's my
The
car?
lady, the tiny thing.
Where's my car?
No one dead.
What's my tattoo say? Dude, what's mine say?
What does mine say? Dude.
How many viewers now, Tom?
0.
Okay. Let's see if it pops
Oh,
up.
Victor said hi, and AE86 Moment said, what you working on?
Wiring harness for an EM1 2000 SI Honda with Age 22. Swap.
Right, as I said AE. Someone joined,
Yeah.
so I think that's AE. He sensed that we were answering this question. You have 3 people now.
What was the one that asked what we were working on? What was the name?
AE 86 moment.
Mom?
Huh?
Moment? Mom?
Moment.
Oh.
Dad knew.
Yeah, what do you, let me see.
I didn't know where your flashlight's on. I'm gonna go grab my propel.
This is funny, huh?
You said not to.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm not sure. Here. It's cool. I know what's up now. Talk about it.
What?
I'll talk to you about it. Oh, I was saying something else. I didn't know if you were talking to me or not.
Hey, you see that thing?
You sent me?
Yeah.
Is on Messenger?
Yeah.
My Facebook Messenger doesn't update. Like on this phone, I have to check it on the other phone.
Not AC talent. Nothing like
Yeah.
that.
I don't mind. I'll just move that stuff. I mean, if we don't move like the bed like frame and like the mini fridge, I guess, like we're good still. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about that. But we'll grab the mattresses and like the mini fridge and leave the frame because like we don't need the frame. You know what I mean? Like we just grab another frame. But I think that's funny. I think that's like ridiculous too.
That's
At
crazy.
the same time. But whatever. That's how people are. Alrighty. And as you guys can see, it's going to start to lay out like that. Clean it up as best we can. I want to work on some other stuff. Is there anybody even viewing right now?
2.
2? Alright, well, I'll keep it rolling for you guys. And we'll just do one continuous live feed, at least till the phone dies. You can turn the flash off if you want. And then, yeah, so you're just going to end up watching a little.
Is it off?
The flash is off. But, that's cool. I don't care. Just tell him, hey, let me know if homeboy stops by. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't say nothing. Just keep it kosher with him. Cool. Alright, cool. Gotcha. Stop by to get your packages. Yeah, I could finish this part, don't I?
Yeah.
And you said to leave the stuff. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
You came to get your packages, so why are you leaving the stuff that I told you to leave?
Yeah.
Like what?
Doing what I thought I was supposed to do. Maybe it wasn't. I figured he was still local because that's when I thought about it. Came out of the bathroom. I was like, you know what? He's on his way back. I know it.
Yeah.
And he was at the dog park.
Yeah.
And car wash.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it was. But it's cool. We'll probably stop over there today and say hi. I'm gonna have you help me today, Talon.
With
My dad.
alright.
I'm gonna have you doctor something up for me a certain way, and I'll explain why. And it's not a big deal. It's not like you're gonna be mean or anything. But we are gonna stop by over there and say hi and pick up some stuff. And I do want you to hold the line of, because he just said, basically he said, keep saying different things. Hey, leave your stuff here, you know, do.
He said
And then
because
it
we
was-
came to go get the
Yeah, it
packages
said
today.
because I came to get packages for the car, but I didn't move the clothing stuff, that we must not want our stuff. But at the same time, he said to like leave the stuff
He
there.
said leave it.
And like, that's where our stuff is. And I said I'll put it in storage. He said I just don't want it in the house because there's a lot of stuff. So I put it all in storage. I only left the clothes there, the bed, the 3 things in the fridge.
And then he said
saying
it
he
was
wants
fine.
that shit moved. I'm like, dude.
But he said it was fine yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, if you want it moved, tell me you want it moved. Don't tell me
You didn't
it's
really
cool.
use that corner in the first place, too.
Exactly, yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, be real. Like, stop playing these games. Like, if you want me to move the stuff that's in your way or it's annoying you, I'll move it. I don't have a problem with that. But don't say, that's like when you live with somebody.
Oh,
you
keep
just,
this, take
yeah,
that, keep this.
yeah.
Oh, you didn't take that
Like
one
if somebody's
shirt?
like, hey, this shit's in the way. All right, cool. I'll move it. You know what I mean? But don't say, oh, don't move that. And then the next day go, oh, I'm going to throw it away because you didn't move it. Like, that's, come on, man. Like, for real. Love my dad. I just got ridiculous. Acts like a child.
I'm just surprised he didn't say, you know, hey, did you stop by with Talon? Or
Literally, it's just not,
that
it's just acting.
he wasn't going to be out of town and could see Talon.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised.
it's crazy. Talks about wanting all his family time, but doesn't want to see his grandson because he's mad I'm working on cars and not working a regular job.
No, he's not. You're not working at Home Depot in the parking lot.
It's fucking ridiculous.
He's not you're making the same amount as him and doing this for.
He might make more. I don't make that much, but make enough. Definitely make good money. And as you guys could tell, getting cleaner by the minute. Now you guys can see why you wrap these and then do your single lap down. Just gonna run this out to the end. And then I got another couple of rolls. You know, as I do this professional company thing, you guys, and really want to push these videos and, you know, give you just all this, only show you the good, none of the bad, all the dope shit, none of the half shit type. I just don't feel like that's day-to-day real. And I feel like I'd rather talk to you guys daily, like whenever I want, and video and show you things and do things and tune and learn and help other people and all that shit. And show you this stuff and be real with you, than try to hide it and doctor it, because maybe then you'll go, hey, it's, you know, it's a real motherfucker. Like, yeah, I would like this guy to work on my shit. So, I don't know. I'm open about my whole life. I don't have anything to hide from you guys. You know, I just got out of prison. I luckily, you know, people hit me up for tuning. Didn't think a big deal of it. Didn't think it was going to turn into a thing. So I started looking for a regular job. Wanted to build another car. Figured I'd do dirt bikes or the go-peds or something to try to stay away from it. And then realized, nah, like I do want to build a car. Harley was all behind it. We had already built a car before I went to prison. It just kind of changed. We were trying to not spend any money, where I still do this shit pretty cheap. So the whole thing with what's going on right now is more so, you know, I guess to the family, not my mom. I mean, my mom did trip when I told her I was doing cars, but she didn't trip like, oh my God, you're doing cars. She was kind of inflated a little because we were talking about things with life and making decisions. And I think she thought along the lines of I was like fucking off with cars, like what my dad was trying to insinuate. And I'm 36 years old, like should not have that problem. But obviously your family wants you to do something that they're, you know, happy with, feel like you'll be able to, you know, fend for yourself, this, that. I've always done good with the cars. My dad was not there from the ages of like, you know, 16, 17. They divorced when I was 12. And I talk to my dad on the phone a couple times a year, but we don't hang out all the time. So we spent a lot of time together lately, and he just is super opinionated about my life and choices. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. It's just weird. To me, it's weird. To me, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will never hide that stuff from you guys. I will never, you know what I mean, lie to you guys or pretend like things are cool when they ain't. I'm a happy-go-lucky person, pretty much always. I think when it comes down to it, talking to you guys is therapeutic for me, and I think it lets you know that, you know, if we talk at all, like a lot of my friends see this stuff, you guys know if we talk at all, I'm there for you too. And even if I don't know you, if you want to talk to somebody out of state, you know, dude, if you guys hit me up and you're like, man, I'm kind of demotivated on this car, or, you know, similar boat with the family, or I don't know, you have anything to say and you want to talk, man, you guys hit me up. I will at least respond and talk to you. Vascularity. Oh, my veins. Yeah, so let me get a little head count right here. So I donate plasma and I've gotten tattoos. Needles scare me. Tattoos don't. Never done needle drugs. Like, I could be completely open with you guys. Never done needle
Mine
drugs.
too.
I've never done that. But everybody says that. They're like, your veins, oh my God, every nurse, every fucking tweaker, every fucking God, everybody. They're like, oh my God, I could totally hit that. Nurse, fucking tweaker, anything. Like, I could tap that. I'm like, oh my God. Even the ladies in the prison, they were like, when they went to do my blood, they were like, oh, that's so easy. Oh my God, it's so nice. I don't have to fuck around. I was like, yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, I think we talked about it before, but I'll tell you guys right now. So I've been like 130, 135 pounds since I was like, since I hit 130 pounds. You know what I mean? I went through puberty super late. I was born like 4 months early. So I like almost didn't make it. It's probably has something to do with that. But what I was getting at is, I have to eat like I did it in prison, right? Because you're forced to work out. I worked out every day, in the cell and on the yard. I did everything I could, right? I ate everything they gave to me, and then I was doing work in there, so I got extra shit on the side. So I was clearing like 5,000 calories a day because they count them for you. So I literally, all I had to do was, basically eat everything on the plate because the state, they have to supply a certain amount of calories. And then when you order your stuff, it says the calories and carbs and all that on there. And we have nothing better to do, so we, keep an eye on that shit. Well, I had to clear 5,000 carbs a day. I got up to 162. I got sick. And then I lost it all in about 7 days, right? Took forever to gain. Lost the water weight, didn't think anything of it. Wasn't hungry when we went to lunch. Mind you, they have you on a schedule, right? Wasn't hungry 2 days. So basically at the end of the week, I had lost down to like literally low 140s. So anyways, I stacked back up over the last 4 months before I get home. I'm working out super hard, everything. Mind you, I've always had really poor self-confidence, and it's because of being skinny. I feel like women just never interested, and I didn't feel good looking. My confidence lies in carbs. Well, as I've gotten older, that's gotten better, but I've always wanted to be big and ripped. I definitely have. I've wanted to, I want to be a big dude. When I got home, I was 159, 155, like clothes off, and I felt good. Like, I might not even look that much different now. When I look in the mirror now compared to when I got home, I do feel like tweaker skinny, but I cannot hang on to that weight. So with working on cars, I'm on the go. Even if I go home and cook, and I cook in the morning, I'm probably clearing like 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. And even if I'm eating more than that, my body, like my metabolism's so fast, it doesn't happen like that. So it would take months of that. Well, you got to think about it. That's like a meal, like literally like one whole meal, right? So if I'm on the go 7 days, that's at minimum $10. You guys know the fast food pricing. Like, that's $10 a day extra. That's 70 a week. Just to like, I'd probably hit, like, without working out, I'd probably go from like the 132, 135 I'm at to like 140, 138. It would cost me $70 a week. I have the worst acid reflux and stomach issues, and I don't take medication because it's not like making me throw up and stuff. I just have like an uncomfortable, slight pain feeling every so often from stomach acid. It's not making my throat burn. It's nothing like that. But when I take Prevacid or anything to calm the stomach acid down, it works. My appetite picks up. Great, and then 6 months later, the same fucking thing happens. I've dealt with stomach issues since I was a kid. Now the worst thing I have to do is I fucking hit my pen, I smoke a fucking cigarette, and I just say, oh, I need a few minutes, and I'm good. I don't want to rely on pills. Like, I think everybody assumes like drug user, you'll do pills, but you won't take pharmaceuticals because they don't work, because Tylenol doesn't work for you. It's not that. I don't like any pills. I wasn't raised doing drugs. I wasn't raised nothing. When I actually fucked up and started doing drugs, I'm 36. I was 28 years old. Like, before that, I'd never done anything. So I just want you guys to know, like, the real shit. Like, I'm always going to be skinny. This is the way I am. I'm not happy with it, but when people talk shit, yeah, it gets to me. But at the same time, I'm happy with myself. I work hard. I'm a good dad. My kid's right here with me. I love my friends. My friends love me. Everything's great. I get to build these relationships and be there with you guys like a normal ass dude. And no matter how cool it is that I do what I do, I don't think it's a big deal. When you guys do something cool, I think that's so cool because I can't do it. So we all just end up helping each other and building and enjoying. And, you know, I really just want to be like open with you guys. Like when I talk about this stuff, I don't know if you guys are going to look at it like, oh my God, this dude's fucking crazy. But like if we're sitting here doing wiring and it's not adjusted into a compilation, and I'm not trying to do this whole professional company like, oh man, look at my company, it's just the best, fuck everybody else, you know, come to me. Like, nah, like, I just want you guys to fucking get to know me, trust me with your car, see that I do good work, and I'm like everybody else, I got problems too. I got fucking shit, like, it is what it is. But yeah, always gonna be skinny. I ain't trying to, fucking spend all this money and time cooking and shit when my stomach doesn't fucking even work with me like that. And then, you know, force it. I've just never been into forcing anything in my life. Every time I forced it, it was like never worked out right. And when you need to force something, you make it happen. But I don't know. I just, at this point in my life, I do not find it purposeful to stuff my face and try to gain weight when the only person that's going to be happier looking in the mirror is me. And I can actually look in the mirror and go, yeah, you're skinny, you had confidence problems, this, that. But as life goes on, you realize, hey man, be comfortable in your own skin and happy just to be free and alive. And maybe that's the moral of the story is maybe I should just be happy to be out of fucking prison. Speaking of which, got pulled over yesterday. Almost had a goddamn heart attack. Give me a fucking coronary. Cop pulled me over for the windshield on the car. And then tells me, freaks me out, right? Oh yeah, we're not going to do nothing. You guys are getting ready to leave. So I should have taken that as a hint of, like, we're leaving. Then she goes, the guy comes up by himself. He's an officer being trained. This goes well. Hey, can you step out of the car? I'm like, yeah. Step out of the car. He's like, all right, I need you to do these tests. I'm like, no. Like, you want me to do a driving test? You want me to go from here to here? You know, you tell me this car can stop from 0 to 60 to 0 in this many feet. Put some cones out, tell me to hit that cone. I want you to apply the brakes, not skid or lose control of the car and stop by that cone. I'll do it. You want me to go around a roundabout and, you know, exit safely with a bunch of people in the roundabout, navigate my way from the inside lane out and get out?
Tip your head backwards.
Like, yeah. She's like, no, I want you to stand there, look straight up to the sky, close your eyes, and then
Wait 30 seconds.
wait 30 seconds.
Count 30 seconds.
So I'm like, well, I look right at her. And I go, well, if I was fucked up, like in my mind, if I was fucked up, I wouldn't be like quick to respond, very intuitive, cognitive, able to like articulate, talk clearly. I told her, I'm high strung. I have a leaking adrenal gland and ADHD. Like, I might come off to you like I have a ton of energy, but as you can tell, I'm like very in control of myself. And I'm a fine driver. I used to teach race car driving at Bondurant. I drag race regularly. I got to get to work. She's like, no, do this. And like the whole time I was like, they're trying to give me a fucking DUI. At the end, she's like, sit down on the curb, close your eyes, count to 30. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, do this test. I'm like, dude, you said one test. At the end, he's like, yeah, have a good day. I'm thinking about it. She comes up, she dabs me. And I'm like, dude, she was training this cop. It was during the day. She probably didn't think I was fucked up. She probably was just trying to train the cops. But me being on probation and could go back to prison if I like get, you know, in trouble, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a DUI right now because when I have my head back, it literally says on the paper, like she showed it to me. She was like, look, it says this, like you just have to do this. I'm like, are you training me and him? Like, I'm so confused right now. But now I get it. But when I look back, it said on there, if they like swayed at all, or like
Turn their head.
flinched. I was like, so if I sway like if I do this and I go like this, they could fucking send me to prison for like, what if like I had a fucking tinge in my neck? Like that, I go, if somebody was policing you, like you're here and then somebody that's policing the police, and I did the test and she went, oh, you're fucked up. And that dude went, hell yeah, he is fucked up. But I know he doesn't work with the cops. He's policing them. I'd be like, fuck it. Yes, you got me. But I guarantee you the guy would probably be like, hey, you know, those tests are bullshit. I don't care if the motherfucker flinched. Trying to give this guy a DUI. Do you smell anything? What'd he do? He didn't use his turn signal. Come on. And then we wouldn't be getting a DUI. So no, I'm not going to trust a cop on the side of the road that it's their discretion.
It was for the windshield that we didn't use the
Yeah,
turn
it's for the
signal.
windshield. Like, what the fuck? So it made me jumpy. I was not happy. I was.
If it was
oh,
for the
shit.
windshield, why would it be for
A
Not
DUI,
using the windshield.
yeah.
why
Yeah.
5 minutes?
If she came up to me before he got to the car and was like, "Hey, I want to train my officer. We just do this," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." It was probably easier than the next person they pull over, considering where we're at. It was probably just going to be like some old person that couldn't walk because we're on that side of town, or it's going to be somebody that you know, they you know, suit tie on their way to work. We're in the middle of Apache Junction, but we're in like the nice area.
Gilbert.
It's like kind of Scottsdale, Gilbert area. You know, it's nice. So I'm sure she saw some random dude, blah blah blah. She was probably like, "Hey, this is the first poll we got today. We don't get a lot of people to pull over out here. Like, you know, I'm gonna teach you on this." But it'd been nice to let me know. They literally let me go. They were like I didn't do anything wrong. It was the windshield. He said he didn't use your turn signal, whatever. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Major problems with him ever, and they really weren't that big of a deal. But I will tell you, he is a great kid. Sometimes he says some dumb ass
The
shit.
one time at school and the TV.
Yeah,
That's about it.
TV,
Yeah, so like throwing the chair at the third grade math teacher.
Yeah, that
and
counts.
then the TV.
Shooting the TV with a BB gun.
That's about it.
Yeah, we never really had problems with you. Which is funny because they're always like, "Oh, your kid's gonna be like you." I'm like, "All right, let's see how this goes." I thought I was fucked. And then I'm like, "Wow, Talon's really good." And then I thought about it and I'm like, all I ever wanted from my family was just some attention. And my grandparents gave that to me. They would make sure when I went over there, you know, get in the car, go over there. "Hey, you hungry? Let's get some McDonald's real quick." Cool. Could have been home cooked, whatever. Go there, hang out a little bit. They'd be like, "Hey, I gotta work for a little bit. I'll be done at this time, or I'll be in this room. Come get me." And then they would come back and see me. If I did something and I was like, "Hey, this is cool. I like it," they would be like, "Hey, yeah, cool." Even if they didn't want me spending money on it, this, that, as soon as I went to spend my money on it, especially being like 10, 12 years old, I was working at the hair salons. I was actually doing the cash register every Saturday for 12 hours. It sounds crazy, but 12 hours a day, Saturday, every Saturday, I was making like working for 2 weeks. So it was 2 days, 12 hours. I made good money. My grandma was giving me like, back then, I think minimum wage was like $5 or $6 and I was getting like 10. So I was buying like my GoPed pipe. I bought like a few different ones and I built my GoPed and I paid to race. But this is what I'm saying. I'd go to buy parts when I was over there and they'd be like, you know, I'd have, you know, $80 and I worked hard for it. And they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, go to the car real quick." Or they'd be like, "Here, use this 20 and then use the rest of your," they'd always, you know, they cared. Even if they didn't want me like doing it, you know, even with the cars, they were always like, "Oh, don't do the car, it's a waste." But then when they were like, "Hey, you know, your mom said something happened to the car," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I gotta change the motor, it broke," they'd go, "Oh, you need it towed?" You know, little things, just not like, "Oh, you need a motor," but they would be like, "Oh, the shop's right by our house. Why don't you just we'll tow it to the house. I'll have our AAA tow it, and then you just tell the guy from the shop to come pick it up." And then they would like sneak your money. You know, they were always cool. But my mom, my dad, I was like, "Hey, I'm skating. Will you come watch me skate or take me to the skate park and shoot some video?" That happened a few times, but like my brother and my sister are the ones that got the attention, dude. I didn't. So now that everybody has a fucking opinion on what I want to do for my fucking career and this and that, dude, when Talon was born, they told me to go deliver Talon by myself. Her whole family was there. They told me, "Oh, you're good." They didn't see Talon for the first time until he was like 2 or 3. Nobody gave 2 fucks. They gave a fuck about my brother's kid, my sister's kid. I was on my own in a fucking trailer having the shop and everybody was in Cali. Dude, if I lost that shop, didn't have a job, I fought for Talon by myself, fought for custody, went to multiple court dates with no lawyer by myself against his mom with her entire family, lawyer. I had like a few friends, dude. Like, always was good. And then now my family's like, "Oh, you should do shit like this." Like, yeah, okay. You just fucking do what you want. Look how good this looks. We got story time and we got the work done. All right, so this is just, like I said, a retouch. We're really not charging shit. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna end up doing this alternator extension. I don't know if he's changing clips or not. We'll do this end of it, you know, when we have to. Do the alternator end. We're gonna put the anti-chafe loom, and you guys have seen it. After this, we will move on to the tube. What are you doing? What you doing? Huh? Fucking my kid?
Yeah, I got the wrench on my elbow. I don't really care. I kept going.
You're just playing. That was a little bulky right there. I don't like that, but let's see if we can.
Do you have 13?
No, it got messed up.
Yeah, I do have a 13 in there. 3/8, I'm guessing, like.
But that's Dylan's bag.
Yeah, are you looking for a 13 for Dylan, bud?
Yeah. I was looking for 13 for him, so you take out the slaves. I got it.
Oh, I see. You already got it? I think you said you already got it, Tom.
Did you?
Yes. I sure did.
You told me to go and grab the impact gun when I tried to use the wrench.
So Dylan's been working with Talon, showing him stuff, and it's kind of cool to see my friends bonding with my kid. Talon has a lot of uncles that he like totally knew when he was younger, and then his mom did a pretty good job of, you know, hey, I don't think you should see him for a little while type shit, but she got a new boyfriend. So he doesn't remember him, but they all remember him. I got tons of pictures with him and all that. He didn't meet Dylan until a couple weeks ago, but Dylan had his baby, I want to say a year before Talon. Right? Landon's a year older?
He's 7.
When you had the CRV,
7.
then oh no, because Talon was like 6 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, my bad. Landon and Talon are more than a year apart.
Well, he's only 7 years old, you said.
Yeah, no, I know. For some reason I thought when he came to the apartment to get his CRV done,
Mhm.
was right before I moved out here, and that's when Talon was born. But
Mm.
I just that's he was 6 or 7. I'm just having a fucking brain lock. So to solder the heavy duty alternator cable, you basically want to strip a little bit more back than you need, and you want to use a torch of some kind, direct heat, direct flame, basically like a jet flame, not like a lighter flame, like a direct flame. I'm gonna bust it out with 2 soldering guns, and then if I have to, I'll graze it with some heat from the torch underneath. The heavier gauge shit's kind of hard. If you have the right equipment, you're good. Generally, like a wood, I forget what they call it, engraving, like the wood engravers, those like heavy duty, big like wood handle fucking soldering guns that are like plug it into the wall, and it's 2 wires basically to fucking ground on that probe. You can get it hot with that. You can use a soldering torch, use a map or propane torch, and just set it right. We're gonna hit it with the 2 cheap guns. If it don't get hot enough, then we'll hit it with the torch. I don't even know there's a fucking torch out around here. I don't have mine, so we're gonna hit it with the 2 guns first. As you can tell, it looks a lot better than it did. Appreciate you guys just chilling with me. You know? Yeah.
That's kind of why I didn't want to. I feel bad. I know there's a lot of shit.
Let's see something, guys.
It's probably nice every once in a while just take off and go for a fucking drive.
All right. Sorry about that, you guys. So I've been slowly getting pipes. I only need a couple bends. I had another junk ass soldering gun in here somewhere. They're just the Harbor Freight ones. The reason I use those, I've used hotter and I've used colder, and every time I have had a problem with it fucking up the boards on the ECU. So what I do is I use the cheapy one because it almost gets too hot, but it cools down quick too. Just because it's such a small tip. So I've tried high wattage, low wattage, like from recommendation. I've tried expensive guns. I've tried cheap guns. Nick actually bought a expensive adjustable soldering gun and desolder sucker and all that, and I tried to use it, and no matter what setting I was at, it would just heat soak. It's kind of like welding. Like once you get that heat soak, it's bad. So now I'll just take my time and use the cheap gun, and it works every time. They're also like $4. The tips alone for those expensive ones get expensive, and if you don't take care of them, you have to you can file them or clean them or heat them up and put solder on them and tin them before you let them cool down and shit. I just use these and throw them away. I've had these ones for I've had 5 of them for years, because every time I do an ECU, I was doing 5 ECUs, I'd buy 5 soldering guns because I wanted a fresh tip every time, and it was cheaper to buy that than buy tips. So yeah, so I have a bunch of these. We'll just use a couple of them. All right, I'll let you hold that. It went down to 2, but it'll probably come back up.
Where's the bed?
When I go see my dad though, 'cause he's probably gonna expect me to be like, oh man, but I'm gonna tell him just tell him to be like, hey, just call me when the mail gets here so I can get the rest of those packages because I'll change the shipping address because that's what pisses him off. Is he's like, you get the mail. I'm like, well, of course, I gotta finish
Right.
tomorrow. So I get it. Like he's jealous that I'm getting to order and spend money. I get it. Like he doesn't want to admit it.
But he wants you to go
I get
spend
it.
money on other shit.
That's what I'm saying. Go take your kid camping when he doesn't want to go camping. Take your kid on a vacation when I can't leave the state. He wants me to go like to a hotel in town and stay there. Like, I get it. So we'll just change the shipping address. I'll just tell him, hey, I only got a few more packages. It'll be cool. He's expecting me to be like, oh man, you want me to move this stuff? You want me to move out? Like, no, I'm not gonna fight with you. Like, that's not like he does that stupid shit thinking,
Trying to get a rise.
yeah, try to get a rise. And I'm like, dude, I was in prison. Like, not only have I dealt with so many people in the past and times and things, after being in prison, you realize, like, when somebody starts something, like, this could get way blown out of proportion. I don't even want to fucking have the drama. So I'm just going to be quiet. And he said that all the time. You're so passive. You're just so chill. You deal with shit without stress. And I'm just like, you like that shit. Like, why do you like to be stressed out? Like, I don't understand that. That's so weird to me. Like, do what you can to stress yourself out. That's so weird.
That makes it buttoning up on her.
Yeah. Talking about my poor life choices of
Supposed.
following my dreams, building cars, and doing good. Like, we're fine. Definitely more money than minimum wage. Harley's helping me. We get to spend time together. My dad basically, one of the things he was saying was we spent like too much time together. He did say he was jealous of it. Dang. Anyways, he said he was jealous of it, so I get it. And then he's like, oh, you gotta be apart. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want alone time at the house, we're already gone when you're here. Well, I want you gone while you're sleeping so you can work. I'm like, okay, well, if we work at the same time, that's just even harder because then we have to, like, what, go sit in the car? Like, and no, I want you here. I just want to have my alone time on set. Okay, well, we'll just leave. And then we're not there. Oh, man, I can't relax because you're not here. Like,
And then
what?
we showed up, and then he got mad that we showed up, said he was
Yeah.
almost sleeping.
I'm like, dude, trying to give you some alone time at the house. Like, you think it's new that, like, when I was in prison, my cellie was like, yo, I want to talk to my girl, give me some alone time? Like, I get it. Do your thing. But that's crazy to me to act like that. That is just crazy.
he got an interception, he got a touchdown, they won the game, and it was super cool. And then my neighbor brought cupcakes, and I was like, yeah, I want one, and I fucking ate it. And it was there, and I thought I got it all off, and I was like, does green look good? It's a mustache color. And he was like, no. And I
Oh, cool. This is your case.
He loves this in the corner.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What up?
I knew you were gonna block him out. I had an idea, but I didn't wanna. I had a really cool idea. That when you were using that sanding wheel, just sand the fuck out of them, and for the rest of the day, what it takes you to build the car, just go out there with the hose and water a couple times
rust
every
them,
day.
patina.
Rust them out, and then clear coat them and slap them on.
As soon as you said that, I thought about it when you were like, "Oh, I have a good idea." I had been doing a lot of like different paint spatter stuff. But have you ever seen the one? Because I'm sure you've seen like the lace where you lay the lace and spray it over it and then peel it off and it gets done. Okay, you seen it done with Dawn soap?
No.
You paint something and you take the Dawn and you fuck it
Oh,
and fucking strip it. Then you paint
Yeah,
it
I
and
have
you wash
seen
it
that.
off. It looks fucking
Yeah.
good. Do like the paint spatter and then the streaks over it. Do the camo like that on the front end. Instead of vinyl, just take all
Have you
those
heard of
pieces,
tropical
paint them
blitz?
black, and then do like the royal blue, 2 shades of gray on the black, do like spatter of the gray, and then do the fucking Dawn and paint it blue, and then peel that off. Maybe we'll do that instead of vinyl.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the company Tropical Blitz? Have you seen it yet? Really? Dude, this company, they're a little pricey, but everybody's going through this. It's a paint company. It's stuff here like, you know what would be really cool? And you go on their website and they have it.
My buddy showed me.
Any idea that you've ever thought about that would be really cool for paint, they have it in a can or in a
Oh, really?
a pine.
Yeah,
gallon,
send me a
whatever you
link to
want.
that. What was it?
Tropical Glitz. Dude,
All right.
I'm gonna go
If
on
you
a-
guys hear that, check out Tropical Glitz. He's saying they have like anything you want in a can and painting stuff, like as far as paint, like anything your mind can imagine. Which I got another link for some flake in different sizes, different micron sizes for the paint, different colors, this, that. My buddy's been doing it on the wheels, buys it in the bags. I'll get you guys that link too. Oh, dope. Yeah.
They just have everything in cans.
Yeah.
So even if you painted a whole car, you need a little.
Oh, and
touch
they
of
sell
it.
flakes.
Yeah.
So they sell the metal flakes there too. At,
They
it's
have
Tropical Glitz. TROPICALGLITZ.com. Hold your phone up, Zach, and we'll preview real quick.
No, I don't want any of that. See, that's just
Right on,
fine.
yeah,
This is
right on.
mine.
But yeah. Looks
Oh,
like
wow.
they have just cool colors and shit, you guys. So if you get to the point, I mean, at the store, you're buying cans for $15. It says from $9.40. Even ordering them might
Yeah.
be cheaper.
This is what I got for my truck and my Harley. I don't want to view the details. I want to view the color.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
It's a very nice color when you zoom in on it and see. But then you just gotta wait and see. And like once it's on the car, you're like, that looks really good. And then when you clear coat it, it's like 10 times better than what you could have imagined it. Their paint is really good.
I don't think it's gonna fit. Oh, this wasn't that cable boot. I was like, oh man, I wish I had a boot for that. Use that one. A little big.
Okay.
That'll work. A little big, but that'll work. It's only
Yeah.
one from the OB1.
Yeah.
We're gonna loom it, so we'll do that. So solder, loom. Need this end. Two mediums. All right, throw these ends on here.
No.
All right, and then I'm gonna grab some wiring to do the extension. I think we have enough OEM length there. We might be able to recycle it from some cuts he had, but I also have new lengths, brand new. So we'll see right now. See right now. All right, let's wrap these, do all the soldering. Give you guys the quick tutorial again on soldering. I was gonna do a video on YouTube, but I tend to solder a lot. So to be honest with you, I'm just gonna keep showing you guys every time I do it. Just a quick, hey, this is how I do it, blah, blah. We do have some lengths here. Let's see what we got. I've got brand new wiring back there, but we had almost the right length sections, I think. Let's see. See if we get lucky, right? This is the way he wanted it. The only reason I was going to do it the other way is because that's how I wanted it. Yeah, we're about right. Probably have to pull one new section. I know what I'm gonna do. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. Should have did it already, but. I was gonna say I'll just make a copy of the mail key. I don't have to say shit. I'll just pick up my mail. But I'm just gonna tell him to set it off to the side. Your mom? I've had a few people do that. I know your mom and Craig were probably more so like, all these packages are coming to the house, it's annoying. But really, that shouldn't have been a big deal. Like, I don't know how packages could piss me off. But I've had one or two other people I lived with that were like, you're getting all these packages and doing what you want and like spending money. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
They were like mad I was spending money. So I was like, oh, they're jealous. And then my dad said the same thing. And then Craig is, if I'm not mistaken, Craig's the one that said it to your mom. It's probably because he wanted shit for himself and couldn't buy anything. And then was like, oh, I'm getting all these packages. Like, because what is it a big deal that like
You have all that shit in
some
your
mail's
house that
coming?
you're supposed to get rid of.
Yeah. Oh, they don't even know that.
You just want this for that cat.
Doesn't mean no package.
I don't know. I think that
All
contract had
right,
like
it's
215
kind of
miles
backwards.
on it.
Kinda.
It's just never bad to have.
So there is a wiring color change on here, you guys. I'm gonna have one wire, or I should say technically two wires that are opposite down the line, but neither of them match. So we're gonna use it. And then when the clip gets modified later for OBD1, he'll just cut it on the back side of the looming, and it'll be, or on the back side of the solder joint, and the wiring color will be true. So it's fine.
A little bit of a twist of the new school, and it's pretty wicked. So I just got this.
That's
crazy-
if he goes to an OBD1 alternator.
I just got this crazy idea. Car's stuck. I want to get rid or finish the Integra and get rid of it, and finish. I want to go out with everybody when they go out on the Turbo Harley.
So I was gonna do the turbo street bike, stretched lowered R1 turboed on like Fuel Tech when I got home, and then we're gonna start a YouTube where I just had Harley on the back, and we're gonna drag race exotics and like set it up and just like have it go viral.
Yeah.
Because nobody's got a turbo bike and nobody races with anybody on the back. I'd be like,
I don't know, dude. You
I
could
think
get
it's
like,
nice.
dude, you could get. I'm the person like Cowie's. For
Yeah.
when it comes to sport bikes.
well, I
You
like
get a
you had that
ZX12 or a
ZX.
ZX14.
Yeah.
Their numbers about the same, but with the displacement and everything, you can put down on a stock motor with a turbo kit and everything, with your tuning and shit, you can put down 250 wheel horse on a stock motor with a turbo kit.
That's good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, the H2Rs are dope. I have a question. The oh yeah, so since Adam's here, so Adam is in street bikes. He's got Hondas, but he's got street bike. But Adam, the last time you took your street bike out, there was a silver hatch out there, a K-Series.
It's like, I heard it was like 600 some horsepower.
I saw Adam the other day and he goes, we did run on the bike. And I was like, oh yeah, we did, didn't we? I'm like, and he goes, I can't really remember. But the way he said it, I can't remember what he said. He's like, I can't really remember. And I think you like won or something. I was like, oh man. That was funny.
My clutch was slipping.
Yeah.
My foot slipped off. I hit the rev limiter.
I put on a video, me versus GSXR 600, and this dude was all, looks like a CBR, and I looked, and it's like such a potato phone video. I'm like, you really can't tell, but I looked at the coloring, and knowing what year it was, I was like, I think that is a CBR. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking fuel injected 600, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, it's fucking dark, first of all. You can't see shit but our headlights. Like, come on, man. So yeah, that was kind of funny.
How you put the boot on after?
The boot on this?
Yeah.
Before, but before I go too far, We need to run. It's still not too long enough. All right, we're gonna grab. Oh, I'm just letting the phone hang out to the ground. My free help isn't that reliable. No, I'm just joking. It's okay. I love my people. We get into it, you know, we spend a lot of time around each other, this and that. Oh, phone's gonna die, you guys. I'm gonna jump onto the other phone, but I am buttoning up a harness. I'm gonna jump on the other phone and be live feeding. So jump off here, check back in like 2 minutes. It'll be on the other phone. I don't know what to do other than let them die and cycle back and forth. Sorry, you guys.